to
Okay.
YouTube and to the.
Now, do I hit this little button that says chat to see what people are chatting or people who are entering?
Yeah, you should be able to see the chat.
All right.
Let me go.
Yeah, okay. I can see the chat now.
Oh, yeah. Last Ranger.
Comments. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Last Ranger. Hello.
Okay. And of course, now YouTube's given me two-factor.
Oh, yeah, that.
So, yeah.
They just introduced that with me yesterday, and I'm like, what do I do here?
I'm happy to say I know nothing of what you speak.
I think. Oh, hello. Country Boy 1976. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just setting it up on the YouTube side. There we go. Hey, Rhino, I see you're there. Okay, there we are. We're on. And so here we go. Hello, everybody. As you can see, we have JW Greenbaum and all the way from across the shuck, Papa Bear himself, Patty's Potato Peelers, or Steven, as he's properly called. Hey, Byron, I see you.
Byron, how you doing?
Hello, John.
John, how are you doing?
You have the wrong shirt on.
Yeah. I know he's from, he is from he's from Lafayette, Indiana. I know he's up by the the Purdue Boilermakers. So there you go.
Hi, William. Hi, Gizmo.
Gizmo, William. Tom, how you doing?
Oh, okay. Hello. There we go. Now we got Gary.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's going on? Good to see you, Gary.
Good to see you.
Sunday
guys.
Morning church. Good morning, Gary.
Boiler up.
There you go, John. Yep.
Yeah.
Tom from.
This is what I get for my one of my other and actually very inexpensive collections is just I don't know why I just collect IU shirts, wear them all the time.
After you're finished with your degree, does that change to IOU?
Again, I know nothing of what you speak.
Well, not me. I'm actually paying for this stuff. I didn't take out a loan.
I know what you mean, Stephen. I'm like you. I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I didn't even graduate from school. I got expelled at 15 and went to work.
Yeah, so
now I know what Patty's name is. I never knew you.
To be honest with you, for after 5.5 years, I've decided I'm just going to get it out there more now because so many people don't know my name, and I think it's time now to give off. The facade has to go.
Stephen's an awfully good name.
You have a brother named Gary?
I have a brother named Gary Anderson, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One called Gary Anderson and one called Stuart Anderson.
Oh, okay.
I get awkward now because I'm not very good at silences, so I just spill nonsense out, so interrupt me all the time.
Hello,
Didier.
Yep, so glad you did.
Have I got that right?
He says if you pronounce it like DJ, that's about 90% correct.
Okay, DJ. Okay.
Yeah, so glad to see you're here. Fantastic. So, anybody want to show a knife or, kick this thing off?
Hello, James. All right. Why not? All right.
modern
Well-
knife or a traditional knife?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
It's dealer's choice.
I mean, I have the Ohio River Jack, the show,
Yeah,
so
that's a-
the Warney version.
They're nice.
Ooh.
There's something about them. I think they're lovely looking, and they seem to be really well made. But they remind me of an elephant's toe, or so, that shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have my elephant's toe, but it kind of looks like that too.
Yeah, I have to say I've got one elephant's toe because it's not really a pattern I tend to use. Although there's nothing wrong with them, it's just not my type of handle.
Let
Yeah.
me see.
I'm getting a leather or leather slip made from Lancelot leather for this.
He's making some lovely slips over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to make the slip with a clip installed, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I'm odd as get out. I really am. I really am quite traditional. I don't use the clip slips. I can't get used to them at all. I'd rather have it, down in my pocket.
Closest thing I have is this Marbles Sunfish. That's the closest
Yeah.
thing I've got.
But I mean, they're making a real comeback. As Gary, I'm sure you know, that everybody's loving these sunfishes and the elephant toe, and we've got the rhino toe from Rough Rider. They're just making a big comeback.
Yes, they are.
Right. Finch, what was that Finch knife that it released? It was a flipper, but it kind of looked like a buffalo tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called that the
Oh, Mimo. Yeah.
Buffalo tooth.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And hello
And I
to
have this,
everyone who has joined.
Ohio
Michael
River
Morgan,
jacket,
Tom Weingart,
a double
et cetera.
blade. It has a spear point and a Warney in there.
That's two lovely blades.
It's just like the size of this one, but it has two blades in there. It's a little thick.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm the worst prepared for a knife. I'm supposed to be down at the caravan, but my wife took ill last week. Now, nothing serious, but we've been up home now for 5 days, which is the longest since March. And because we just stay down the caravan all year, during the summer.
Yes.
So I've got about 6 knives that, even though I thought I was only coming up for 2 days, I packed about 6 or 7 knives for that 2 days, just in case. And so this is my favorite one at the minute. This is it's made by the son and father company that own Arthur Wright & Co. This is an Ashley Harrison, and this is one of his customs. And it's just a simple. He's got the cutout in the wood. The wood is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is.
But
Is
you
it
can
wood
see
oak?
this is a really well used knife. This is my beater. And I got this for £50 off him because it was a prototype and he doesn't have his name stamped on it. So I got a custom knife for £50 and I use this constantly.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is really nice. Do you happen to know what type of wood is used on covers?
I have no idea. I never even asked him. It came up on Instagram and I was the first person there and I just bought it. I never asked what the wood was. Because I've got so many of his knives, I know it was going to be good.
Kind of looks like oak or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have done it, but it could be. I must ask him. Before I come on again, I'll ask him.
Yeah, much appreciated. That is gorgeous wood. I gotta say that grain
I
is
haven't got any others. What are you carrying, RJ?
I'm sorry, what's that?
What are you carrying?
Oh, today I have all kinds of stuff. In fact, I was feeling like today was kind of a canoe day, so I brought all my canoes out just in case we go for a little while. But let me get my. Was my very first canoe, and this was Rough Rider. This is the Titanium series, so it has the black coated blade and the bone was black, but it's grayed out. I don't know if it will show that is gray now, but it's kind of grayed out. It's really quite lovely how it is, and I love this blade. I love the fact that it's coated. It is kind of shiny, and then it has, of course, the a really nice size pen. But this was like one of my first Rough Riders, and this is what kind of really got me on the Rough Rider train, was when I saw the quality of this. I think when I bought this knife, I think it was only like $10 or $12. I couldn't believe the quality of a knife that I got for that price, and just a really nice, lovely knife.
Welcome to Rough Rider.
Yep, kind of went canoe crazy at that point, and so just kind of fun. Can you canoe? Absolutely. And it's a canoe day in Indiana. Beautiful fall day with colored leaves and cool water. Very nice, Byron.
This is what I was carrying today. This is a Kershaw model 1735 Zing. This is the Made in USA version.
Right.
It's a little bit different. This is an R.J. Martin design, by the way. I know you recently reviewed the Kershaw Chill, another R.J. Martin design. This is in 14C28Ns, not assisted. They discontinued these in 2010. And one of the things you might notice, let's see if we can't get this. Okay, see that stuff on the blade?
Wow.
That unusual pattern on the blade?
Yeah.
What that's supposed to do is it's supposed to reduce the cutting area or the surface area of what you're cutting by 80%. Or at least according to R.J. Martin, that is what it was supposed to, that's what it was supposed to do. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen it on very many other knives, be they modern or vintage. So I'm guessing it probably made a negligible impact, but still, I mean, it looks pretty cool.
There's one kind of knife I've seen it on, but it's not Kershaw, but I can't remember it.
No, there's quite a high-end version knife now made in the States as well, and they have that on the blade. Now, it's not exactly like that, but they're nearly like feathered.
Yeah.
Can I feel the difference? Can you feel that, or do you just see it?
You can feel it. You can feel it. You can definitely feel this. I mean, this is...
that would be a great cheese knife.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it does go through cheese easier.
Probably would be. The irony is I'm actually allergic to cheese, but I bet this would probably cut bread, like soft bread, very, very easily. I'm sure that would just be a great knife to just cut. The pre-prepared stuff you get at the grocery store. If you're just getting like the miniature loaves, you just. I'm sure that would be fine. Or tomatoes would be another one.
Very nice looking.
Have you ever you bought the Aptas yet, RJ?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Gary. Yeah.
This is the Rough Rider Apta. It's VG10, and it comes like in all kinds of blade shapes. There's a titanium one.
That's beautiful. The blade on that titanium one is gorgeous.
And there's an aluminum one.
I'm planning on getting the titanium one. But that first one you showed, that is really good. That is really interesting.
Yeah, this is like a jigged kind of a bone or something, but it's brass.
Wow.
I like the blade shape. It's kind of cool.
That is different. It's really. I like different stuff.
Taking it apart, but I imagine the blades can go on any of the knives because the body's the same on there. They're just different material.
Yeah, somebody put a video up last night showing that they changed the blades over.
Right. Yeah, that's it. You can take it apart.
Yeah, there's a nice blue jean micarta. I think
looks lovely. I think that blue jean micarta would look lovely with a titanium blade. The blade shape, it's sort of 940-esque looking. I think it's a beautiful blade.
Colton,
Oh, I keep forgetting to read.
Four people at the same time. I'll take 12 people at the same time. Okay. Well, if we're lucky, Tom from Knife Delights will be joining us here in a little bit.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you know what I often, the question I keep forgetting to ask when I'm on one of these things? What was the gateway knives that got you into? You brought the question up, but what was the gateway knives that got you into knife collecting? Because mine was Ganzos. I mean, I started off. I'm in a country where we're only allowed slip joints, basically. So when I seen I could buy knives with flippers and thumb studs, I went bananas for Ganzos. Because they were cheap, they were fantastic. Still are fantastic knives.
Got it right here.
I've got the original one too. But I mean, that's what got me into it. And it took me about 2.5 years, 3 years to get back out of locking knives again, to get back to my roots and traditional. So what was the knife that got you started collecting?
This one. Spyderco Paramilitary 2, the original. This was right when they launched the PM2, and back when it was just such a big deal. And honestly, I would say that this was my first decent, really, really good knife. I mean, I had a couple of Victorinox Swiss Army knives. I had a literal couple. I had a Tinker, and I had a Swiss Champ. But this was my first knife-centric thing. I mean, yeah, I know the Swiss Army knife is obviously a knife, and indeed, I have grown to kind of fall back in love with Victorinox. But the thing is, at that time, I kind of fit the, I guess you could say, the stereotype of a Swiss Army knife being for a person who doesn't really love knives.
Yeah.
And this changed it all. I owe this knife a lot. My wallet owes this knife a lot too.
I bought the Ganzo version of that knife, one of the first Ganzos I bought, and I still have the exact knife in my collection. And it's
G729. I've got it, and I love it. Because I have a bunch of these things. I mean, this became one of my favorite knives. Certainly one of my favorite locking knives. I can tell you that.
I have to say, I use the Para 3 now. That would be one of my favorite locking knives.
Oh, well, I've got the Para 3, and I've got the Para 3 lightweight. It's interesting because I actually got the Para 3 lightweight from Indiana Knives back when they were still here, when I was still within driving distance of them, and they had their own sprint run in S90V, and I was like, okay, you're charging like they were under $100, and I just picked one up out of the box, and I'm like, okay, so there we go. That was how I wound up with my Para 3 lightweight.
I have to say, I wasn't keen on the lightweight. I like the G10 much better. It seemed to be more in my hand. I just felt it felt like a knife. I'm not over keen on the plastic ones.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that
I don't know why.
Substantial. And quite frankly, if I had to venture an opinion, it would be that I think we haven't seen a Para 2 lightweight or a Paramilitary 2 lightweight simply because the Para 3 lightweight is kind of they're intending it as a gateway, so you can get a Para 3 and then you get a PM2, and then you get, the further into PM2s, they have the different blade shapes, different steels, whatever.
What about you, Gary? What started you off?
Me? Oh, I went through a couple phases, but my third phase that started me collecting again. I bought this ZT 0308 because it's kind of expensive. I think it was a $300 knife, but
It's a nice knife.
But this is my everyday carry. I mean, I carry other knives, but I always have this on me This is I think
Yeah.
I've been carrying this over maybe almost 2 years. Whatever my channel started, I bought this and I reviewed it, and then I've been carrying it ever since. I carry it. I use a bag, and it has a lot of stuff in it. I carry a pistol too, so I carry this knife in the bag.
Hello.
You were a Marine guy, or you are a Marine? Because weren't you?
I was. I mean,
Yeah,
way back when.
we could never fight with them.
But I love
My
this.
uncle would be very proud of that statement. I'm sure he's looking down from heaven at this moment and smiling.
Yeah, I think me and RJ are close in age, and we went in the service basically out of high school, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was 18 when I joined up in '77.
Okay, you're older than me. I thought I was the old.
It's hard to tell. I'm so good looking.
Yeah, my beard is usually white. I was experimenting with like just for men. It's
Say that
white.
right.
My hair's white too. So
All the British Marines are now hiding. Oh dear.
how can I comment? In StreamYard, I don't see the comment.
Oh, don't ask me to do that.
I think
if
you
you
just
look
respond to
commenting in
individual
YouTube-
chat messages.
Hello, Big Red. How are you?
If you look on the right hand side, do you see where it says comments, banners?
Yeah, and it's not showing up. The chat box is not showing up for me.
Huh.
So
Okay.
maybe I'll just pull up the YouTube, and
Yeah.
because I seen
Hi,
somebody
El Phoenix.
say hi, and I could not say hi to
Yes,
them.
exactly. I'm trying to keep up in the chat, so I don't interrupt or talk over you guys and stuff. So,
Oh, I'm married. Just talk over me.
okay, well, I'll go with my first knife in
I have shot a Desert Eagle, by the way, to answer that question. It was a 44 Magnum. It was a friend of mine, and it was
JP.
in 2011. I did shoot a Desert Eagle. Somebody asked that in the chat, so there you go.
So for everyone that doesn't want to look like Santa, like me and Steven, JB threw up the link for the Just for Men beard color. But
Oh,
if I shaved off my beard, I'd look 20 years younger. So
I've had this beard
I
since
bought some,
Meanwhile,
too,
I
but
shaved
I'm thinking of shaving my
specifically for
head.
this show. Colton,
I shaved mine off.
talking about the 50
my
ATV.
brother.
Colton, the 50 Action Express that the Desert Eagle was in, not all of them are in 50 Action Express. I have to tell you that there's a lot of calibers for the Desert Eagle. You can get them in.
I have a revolver on my table, on my desk next to me all the time.
Lovely handle.
That's a laminated wood. It's made by Hogue. You could see the laminations.
Beautifully done.
Oh, that is
It's
nice.
called Lamo Camo. I believe it's
yeah,
That's gorgeous.
the Hogue grip department.
By the way, the
They
irony
do
is
grips besides knives.
that Steven, I bet, would probably be the most interested in the revolvers that I have.
JB.
I have a bunch of Webley & Scotts. I have a bunch of Enfields, all top break. There you go.
That was
Sadly, over here, I can't have one. So,
Unfortunately, I do realize that, but at the very least, you can see him. You can, if like,
I'd rather have a big 50 caliber rifle and go hunting for wild cows in Ireland.
ouch. That would be interesting.
I obviously shot when I was in the Navy, and I was naval police for about 7 years, so I used a weapon, but not very much. I mean, you didn't get to use them a lot.
Well, I brought the knife that started me collecting was this little Camillus that I found this guy. I had bought it back in the 90s, and just a little single bladed knife, and this came with a pack of Remington 22 ammo. So it was like if you bought this
Wow,
22 long rifle ammo, you got the knife for free. And
Right.
that's awesome.
so I did that. I was cleaning out a drawer. This was back in 2020, and I found this knife, and I was in a state where I was extremely stressed and a lot of stuff. And as soon as I found this knife, it just took all that away. It brought back memories of better times, and I just really liked it. And then that's what made me buy this Rough Rider when I discovered Rough Rider, because I started researching slip joints online, and then I found the Rough Riders that were affordable, and so then I started collecting slip joints, and so I really got into slip joints that way. Then when I joined the pass around groups, I've been getting a lot more of the modern knives, and so I've been showing a lot more of those on my channel. But I still have a deep love for the traditional slip joint patterns.
I would say by far, in all my slip joints, most of my slip joints were under £50. And I'm talking like well under £50. I would buy the older knives from the early part of last century. I love from then up to the middle part, sort of from 1900 to 1950. I love that era of knives because they were just starting to get good.
Yeah, I mean, you really started to have good carbon steel, good stainless steel. Obviously, the back springs had already been there, but the handle covers were really starting to get interesting looking. I think that was, at least in my opinion, kind of the golden age.
Beautiful.
Oh, knife. Kershaw
Should-
Folding
should-
Field 1050, right?
Should I hand it to you? I'll hand it to you so you can check. I'll hand it to you.
Thanks, Gary. through the magic of television.
Yeah, we share the same passion for this knife.
Absolutely. Well,
This is
Well, guess
my
what,
oldest
guys?
knife because I lost all my knives, but I
Uh-oh.
never lost that. I carried this in high school. So
here, let me hand this to you, JW.
Okay.
oh, you have that?
There we are. Okay.
There's a real one.
I noticed
It's the
none of
Irish
us
version.
have the different blade, a different blade shape, and I don't remember what it is. It's a different blade shape you can get on this, but I don't know. Maybe it's a rare blade shape.
It looks like it'd be something that would suit a spear point.
I think they may have made a trailing point as well.
Maybe.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Tom,
Yep.
Hello.
Now
How
we're
you
really
doing, Tom?
I like the old Kershaw old logo on there. I like the old logo.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Illuminati
Made in
Ninja,
Oregon.
member of the regiment.
Hello,
Awesome.
Illuminati.
Yes.
hey Tom, salute.
Just want to.
And
I do have the original pouch for this. It's
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately what
My
It's
my
unfortunate
pouch
with-
fell apart. I carried it so much, it literally fell apart.
let's see if this is okay. Yeah, this is. There we are. That should right there. And the unfortunate thing is, I got this with the 1040, the Folding Field 2, and they're both new old stock. And unfortunately, the leather started to tarnish the brass. That's the one thing that carrying it around in that case, unfortunately, will ultimately do.
Yeah, I use Brasso on mine all the time. I clean it up and make it shiny. I don't like when it turns green.
Oh yeah. And for a more extreme example of that, I think I can get it.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
my next knife, Tom, my next American knife.
clip point. Maybe it was a clip point version too. I don't know. I looked it up. I think it was two versions of the knife, the blade, but I don't remember what the other version was.
This little guy.
I was
That's the
listening earlier
popcorn
about
smell, isn't it?
The Folding Field 2, as we can see there, it's smaller. It was more of a competitor to the Buck 112 rather than the Buck 110, like the Kershaw 1050 was. So yeah, it's a
Yeah, that looks like the Kershaw 1050 blade, right? Is that a Kershaw?
yes,
Okay.
as we can see here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and it is the 1040, as we see right there. So
Oh, okay.
this is the Folding Field 2, as it is called. And just as the Folding Field was intended for competing with basically the Buck 110, the Folding Field 2 was kind of a Buck 112 Ranger competitor, or alternately, since you had Gerber in there as well, the Folding Sportsman 1, Folding Sportsman 2, those were meant to compete with the Buck 110. The Folding Sportsman 3 was meant to compete with the Buck 112.
I have this Buck 112 Ranger. It's a more of a modern one.
Here's a
Tom,
110.
I love that buck.
Yeah, here's a 110 and the Folding Field together. So
Yep.
Well, I
see the
was
difference.
listening earlier about everybody's gateway knife. Of course, all my life I bought pocket knives to use this and that, but the one that really got, where the knife bug bit me and started collecting, this is from my late father-in-law. It was made back in the 70s. If you notice on this one, it has no nail nick on it. So
Not sure.
I guess growing up,
Oh, yeah.
you always heard about everybody having a buck knife, and I never had a buck knife, and I got this, and the knife bug bit me hard. So that was my gateway there.
It's so lovely that so many people in this community started on different brands. I think that's what the joy of it is. And it's funny. I've done nearly the full circle, and I wonder how many other people have come into the community liking one sort of knife, whether it be a slip joint or a locking knife, and change over their allegiance, but then finally come back round again to the start. And that's exactly what I've done. I'm back to slip joints nearly. I think I've about a dozen good locking knives in all my collection.
Yep.
The funny thing is, if it's got a blade and it cuts and I can sharpen it, I am interested in it.
I see everybody saying hi, Tom. So hi, everybody. I won't call everyone out by name, but hello, everybody.
Hi, Jeroen. I
It's
see
one
you
of my
there.
favorites. But I got this as a gift from the EDC Den.
Ooh, nice.
It's kind of a funky blade.
Yeah. So,
Patty, you probably got it too, right? You probably got one from him.
No. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I've got it. This is the Grumman. That's a Grumman as well, I would say.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
From Canada, yep.
Although I'm going to have to be honest, I think this one is a Chinese copy.
Oh, okay. But it's not a copy because he
Oh, no,
lives in
that's-
Canada. He didn't gift it to me. It says the name on the blade, the Grumman Peak 2 Nova
Yeah,
Scotia
Pick two, Nova
Yeah.
Scotia.
of Canada. Yep.
Yeah.
Probably can't see that.
is that hollow ground?
It looks like
No, I don't think so. If it is, it's a really high hollow grind. I mean, I can't tell. I don't
Well,
think.
the Chinese knockoff one is a hollow grind, but just a shallow hollow grind.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it may be.
This is where I get in trouble everywhere because I don't care where my knife comes from. I just buy knives.
Ooh, old timer right there.
Oh, that's a nice box.
Yep.
I'm way behind on my open tag responses. I've got one.
Show us your trades.
It should be coming out tomorrow morning. Patty, I've got the in the works for show us your small fixed blades. I've got that one in the works. This is just a box. My dad's in the care center. I don't have any of his old pocket knives, but I did find this old box in his thing. So that's what
Lovely
one
old
old
box.
used to look like. So this was for
Lovely.
So a very nice
I
box.
this last year or so, I've been really concentrating on buying the old American knives, like the Schrade and the Remingtons and things like that. I actually even got a beautiful Remington pocket watch,
Oh, nice.
with a little push button cover.
Yes, I like that watch.
Beautiful. It always sits on my desk at the top. Excuse me.
I like this budget Kershaw too. Like
Culpepper.
Is that the Culpepper?
yeah, the Culpepper.
Okay.
That's a nice blade. I like that blade.
Nice shape.
Yes, it is.
Agreed.
Yeah, I like how the pull on it too. What do you call that? The long pull. or
Long pull.
something?
Long
Yep.
pull.
I love this knife. I carry this knife a lot too because I had a lanyard to it. I don't carry it in a slip. I don't think it's expensive enough for a slip, but I like it.
I'm weird about slips. It's actually more about how the knife feels to me than what it costs. So there you go. Like if it's one of those Kershaw folding fields, I really don't want that ripping up whatever's in my pockets. That the finger grooves and all that.
I spent more on my knives than I do on my trousers. My trousers are the things that go.
Do you guys have you have this Kershaw?
Oh yes, I actually do. That is the Federalist.
Yeah, I love this Federalist.
CPM 154, and I actually
America.
one of my first videos that I ever
love the
made,
blade.
which is I really need to upgrade, is how lousy they marketed it. Which is to say that they kept saying, and this was at the height of the detent flipper craze. They kept saying this is a double detent knife, and that's all they were saying about it. They were not saying that it was a slip joint or meant to simulate a slip joint. They just kept going on and on and on to a point where Smoky Mountain Knife Works, in their catalog, if you have their catalog from that time, you can check it. They changed the description from what Kershaw's advertising was.
I think that this got a bad rap because it was a double detent, but I took it apart and I made the detent stronger. So, but the only thing that I don't like is it has a plastic back spacer, and I don't kind of like that.
I'll bet that you could probably make something. I'm perfectly serious.
I'm thinking about having like a Micarta backspacer being made.
Micarta, my other choice would be G10. Maybe
There's a guy in the knife community by ProX. If you've ever heard of him, Bill. He's got into making knife upgrades, and I would want to send him this and see what he can do to give it a nice backspacer.
I think that's a good idea. What do you got there?
Rough
Go
Rider.
ahead, finish your thought. I'll just little eye candy here for him.
Oh, okay.
This is getting me excited. Is that a Rough Rider one or is that a buck?
No, this is a queen.
Queen Cutlery.
And
Very nice.
RJ was very nice about explaining in one of his videos about the winter bottom bone handles, and that's what this has. And I am teasing my small knife video, Patty. That
Just
should be
you've
put out
got
in
me.
a week or so. So
I've got the little Rough Rider. I love it.
That's a very nice knife.
Is that a queen made in America or
No, it's one of the new queens made in China.
Oh, okay. This is the only queen I have. It's a doctor's knife.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
So,
I just had a feeling, Tom. So I have my queen scrapper with.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe the next.
I had a feeling I might need it, but
Come on, Patty. Come on, JW. Join in.
I know.
JW's digging.
Yeah, I did see your short on that knife this morning, Tom, and now my wallet thanks you because I have to get one.
You did, because now I'm teasing. I did get the Rough Rider one also.
Oh, good.
So my focus is going to be on the bird and trout knives for my small knife fixed
There's
blade
the
knives.
spade
Here
blade.
we are.
I was influenced by a Jersey knife guy. He was showing us off the sawbone covers, and I had to get it.
I told you I brought all my queens. Here's the canoe with the
Wow,
socket
nice.
round bone.
Yep.
This is a beautiful knife. In fact, this is what I have to tell a story about my wife. I got in trouble when I got this knife because I had unwrapped it and I was just going over it and staring at it, and she said, I wish you looked at me sometimes like you look at that knife.
That's funny.
Love it.
And she's not wrong. There's the little pin.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's probably my favorite of the handle materials that Rough Rider have ever brought out.
Yes, it's a really wonderful series. That sock cut brown bone, just absolutely beautiful.
I just think we do more of them now.
Yeah.
I've got a few Queen knives that were made by Queen, and I have to say I do love the Queen, but their fit and finish was so hit and miss. On that latter part of before they wrapped up, their fit and finish wasn't, especially their badges. When they were putting their badges up, they were all shapes that they were terrible, but they're still a beautiful knife now, I have to say. I would love to have got the knives when the GEC creator was working for Queen, because apparently his standard was way up high on the fit and finish.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is
Patty,
something you probably might. There we are. I think this is the Warncliffe. Just get that open. There we are.
Yep.
Yeah, I have that one myself now. It's lovely.
The cousin to Williams Cracky. It's lost and gone forever.
Well, William takes me to the fair. Sorry, I've got tickle in my throat here.
Beautiful little
Patty,
knife,
when
by the
you're
way.
done cleaning that
Good whittler.
nipple out, can you tell me the difference between Queen and Queen City?
Yes,
I
Queen
tried to
City-
research the difference between Queen and Queen City.
I've actually I've actually got a Queen City one, and they were the cheaper version of the Queen knives. They were the cheaper and next level down. But my Queen City that I've got a video on the channel, but I'll maybe do a wee video on my Queen knives. My Queen City is immaculate. But they started off, they were made in the wee shed when they first started, and they were just a cheaper version.
Okay, so same manufacturer, just design.
I looked it up on one of my books. I'll send you the article if I can find it this week, if I remember, when I get back down the caravan.
Tom was.
Oh, that
singing
would be
for a
great.
while.
Thank you.
Like
Remind me if I don't get back to you, because I am Irish through and through. Gosh.
did anybody get into the modern buck slip joints? This is the Saunter or Buck 250.
Never seen one.
I think it came out in 2022, so it's fairly new.
Well, let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, it says 2022
This is
limited edition.
slip joint.
This should probably tell you
This is
that
not
35.
I'm interested in modern
Buck
slip joints. Might recognize this. Let's see. Obviously, I'm eventually gonna have to do a video on this, but okay. Yeah, there's my my Vampire Jack. Jack
yeah.
knives.
I have one Jack. It's the, what do you call it? Gun stock.
Yes, sharpshooter jack, gunstock pattern.
Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over in my drawer.
I love these things. Absolutely love them.
I'm very fortunate. I get them given to me, so I've had them all, and they're just fantastic knives.
Man,
It's
I
not-
have collected all of them
get them
except
for
the little
free.
bro jack. And unfortunately, if somebody is trying to get that knife right now, from what I know from the email that Ben Belkin sent out, I think they are going to be ready by late 2023 or mid 2023
yeah,
at
they
the
are.
earliest.
I actually have one up with me. Of the 6 knives I've got today, I've got 2 of these that I brought up with me. This is the wee bro. Mine was absolutely perfect, but getting blade wrap on a knife would never bother me because so many knives come with blade wrap. I just
Oh, yeah.
sharpen it. 2 sharpens and you've usually got blade wrap away, but this is a
Yeah.
beautiful. That will be well received when it comes out. And then there's going to be
that is.
the blade is just, it's that full hollow grind, and honestly, it's just laser like. Beautiful knife.
Oh, that is a gorgeous knife. Yeah, I agree.
But I have to say, my favorite is the dog leg. I just love this dog leg.
You know, I've got that in a thing right over there, and I will. Mine is in the twill carbon fiber. Hold on. Let's
Yeah.
But, I've
Unfortunately,
got all these fancy knives.
This
I'm
is
going to.
my version.
I only got this one.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I like
All right, there we are.
that micarta, that color.
Yeah, I dyed mine red. My
Yeah,
Micarta.
I saw
Yeah,
That looked nice too.
it did. It came up lovely. It came up lovely. Yeah, they're beautiful. I love the dog leg. But do you
I
see the
almost bought the vampire jack, but I missed out.
the gun stock one is absolutely, because most gun stocks made by a lot of companies are 2-bladed. You have the main blade and then a little blade. And to be honest, it just completely wrecks the handle. Because of the little blade being in there, you don't have that shape. It just takes it away and levels it out. So having a single-bladed gun stock is so unusual, but makes all the difference to a knife.
It's interesting because Rough Rider Reserve did a locking gun stock, which
Yeah.
I have, I believe, in one of these drawers, as well as the in Black Micarta. I have the sharpshooter jack. Let's see if we can get that out of there. I just
Did any of you guys get the Rough Rider Nomad?
No, but that is beautiful. I think that's a really lovely knife.
Yeah, I love it.
It's funny, I got quite a few expensive knives up with it. I just threw in a wee case. But the knife I've used all week has been this cheap. The cheap one was, and I just carry this and do anything with it. And the blade steel is 01 tool steel, so it's just, you can beat it as hard as you like.
That's a really nice knife, Stephen.
I love that. I love the spear point as well.
Yeah, it's
that
really
is nice. Anyway, So, here's your other single-bladed gun stock, which you can get off Smoky Mountain Knife Works' website.
Yeah.
It's called the Lock Stock. Interestingly, you do have a half stop, in spite of it being a locking knife. But hey, Gerber had that during the 70s, so not unprecedented.
I mean, this has a half stop too, and it's a lock back, so it's kind of nice.
I think it's a lovely shape.
I like it.
I like how I love the finger grips or the handle. It captures your fingers.
I have the Buck 110 with the finger grooves in it, and I think it is absolutely one of the most comfortable knives I can hold. Just fits me perfect.
I think I want to get a Buck 110 with the finger grooves next.
I'm probably going to order one at the custom shop, although I'm unsure as to whether I should get that first or whether I should get the 113 Ranger Skinner. I know that I am going to spend some money on Buck's Custom Shop, and there you go.
Tom, have you got or RJ, have any of you two got that knife he just said, the Buck, what is it, the 113, did you say?
Yeah, the Ranger Skinner, fixed blade.
I've never seen one.
Yeah.
Anybody got one?
I don't have
kind
one.
of, disappointed.
That's been
Tom?
on my list.
Sent me the 112 Ranger without the thumb stud. And I went around it. I went around with them for months trying to get a thumb stud, and I think I misplaced it. They sent me 10 thumb studs, but none of them were the right one.
Well, congratulations! You can now add 10 thumb studs onto your knife.
Yeah, I have 10 thumb
I do
studs
not.
somewhere.
You make it look like a quartermaster.
This is 4 of them, and that's the wrong one.
I don't have the 113.
Thank you,
That has
Mark.
been on my list for about 2 years, and I've been wanting to order one with some custom on it. And every time I get ready to order it, something else pops up, and I order that instead. And I really do, because I'm trying to collect the 100s Buck fixed, and that's one on my list yet.
It travails of
Mark
our
Hoffman,
stop.
RJ?
I'm sorry.
Mark Hoffman just
Yes,
donated.
I
exactly.
did. I
Oh,
did send him a thing telling him thank you.
You need to ring a bell or something, or
How about
I
we
need-
just go like and lock the knife open every time somebody does that?
yeah,
Yeah.
Knife with good walk and talk doesn't matter.
flip
It could be
flip the
anything.
knife.
Yeah, or just do something random.
I will have to find some kind of a random noisemaker to do that.
Oh, I think I've got one.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. That's for sure.
Oh, all right.
You got a noisemaker?
I think the only
Too
Buck
big,
that I have
Thomas.
really is this one here. It's called the El Moro. Nice little fixed blade. They also made a, what was it? The Mustang. Now there's 2 Buck models named Mustang. One was a fixed blade that looks just like this, and there was an old slip joint knife named Mustang. But these are not made in. But this and the Mustang is very similar in shape. Basically, the only difference is with the Mustang, it has more of a curve down here. They kind of took some of the curve off the end of the handle. This is a handy little EDC knife right
I
here.
love that blade shape. Absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's really nice. It's got good
I like
jimping
that
up here on the
little,
top. Like I said, it's
Thank
Yeah,
you
that's-
again, Mark. I appreciate you. He says we're all doing a fantastic job. It's a wonderful live stream, and he's going back to fix lunch for the family. So, yeah,
Thank you, Mark.
thank you,
Thank
Mark.
you very
Come on
much.
in, Mark.
Yeah, definitely have fun.
thanks,
Hope you
Mark.
make
Come on
something
here, Mark.
tasty.
William, you should come on here too.
Yeah, anybody who wants to. I did put a link to the live stream in the chat. So if somebody
This
wants
is my latest traditional knife.
Ooh.
oh, nice.
It's not a traditional.
I was gonna say, it doesn't
oh.
look like it, but
So this is
Oh my!
stepping out of my comfort zone for price. This is pretty pricey. It's a what do you call it? Plexus. It was a Plexus made by Arcane Design and the late great Isham.
Yeah.
Elijah Isham. Yeah.
Isham.
Huge fan.
I say Isham.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean,
I-
you're probably right. I
I remember an
names all the
interview
time.
where they were doing Elijah Isham, and they just kept calling him that, and he was.
I think you're right.
That's I love looking at these lives. I really love looking at them. It's a bit too sci-fi for me. Beautiful knife.
Yeah, it's very cyberpunkish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I'm a huge fan of Elijah Isham. I have a lot of his designs. I'm still I don't have the Eschaton because I know somebody's gonna ask, do you have the Eschaton? No, and I don't have the Zeta from We Knives.
This is the very first knife I have from him, and that was a collaboration. So I missed out on all his previous knives.
He made some amazing stuff. I have got to say that. And by the way, you can still find it on the secondary market. It's not like there are certain knives like the Eschaton that are just kind of, like here as far as price. But let's say you wanted to get a Civivi Lazar, those are still made. You get a Civivi McKenna, you can probably get that for $60-$70, probably less.
I had a McKenna, but I gave it away.
Okay.
Really?
The other one. Okay, so if you want like a We Knives frame lock, then
blade
the
shapes.
Eterna, the Pleroma, which is actually a liner lock, but it's a titanium liner lock, and they carbonized the titanium. So those you can probably get somewhere in the high 100s, low 200s used. Love that fixed blade, by the way, Tom.
You are just one big tease.
Well, everyone, I've got to leave here in just a couple minutes, so I'm not even going to tell you what this knife is. I'm just going to pop. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is since I just shot my video, they happen to be handy. So this is the Golden Spike. This is the made in the USA version.
Oh, nice.
And this
Who
is
makes
when
that
they
up, Buck?
first converted to what is it? This is a Schrade, Uncle Henry. The 153 Uncle Henry Golden Spike is what they called it.
By the way,
So I got
have a
this used.
question, and I have a question. I realize it's kind of silly, but Tom, perhaps you'll be able to answer it. Which came first,
Thank you, Mark.
Uncle Henry or Old Timer? Because I know Schrade did both of those lines.
Yeah, they
Oh boy!
really. Oh, go ahead, Tom. Do you know the answer?
Go ahead, RJ.
I know.
No,
Oh, okay.
I do. I think, but I'm not sure. Go ahead, RJ. Go
I
ahead,
know
RJ.
that Old Timer started in '58.
Okay.
They released that line there, and I think they released Uncle Henry either the very next year or a couple of years after that.
Okay, because I know they started right around the same time, but it was like,
Yeah.
what originally differentiated those two lines as well?
Old Timer
Well, there
was kind of a
Was there
working
not
man's
a
knife.
relative?
Yeah, and Uncle Henry was named after the owner's brother at the time, and so he,
Right.
that's where the Henry came from. And then, oh darn it, we got those stupid bots.
I-
again.
Oh, goody.
I thought the Uncle Henrys were the higher end. Is that
Yes.
not?
That's
Yeah.
right. The Uncle Henry was a higher end, and the Old Timer was more the working line.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, I've got both, and I can't really tell the difference.
Yes, it's basically just the handle materials are what's
Yeah.
different. And even then,
When
one
these came
sock.
out,
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
sorry, RJ, it didn't.
Thanks,
Sorry,
Tom.
RJ.
I appreciate that. I was wondering if
When
anyone
these
knew
first
of
came
that
out, they
now
were actually
dating site.
serialized.
Good Lord.
Tom is frozen.
And-
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but on top of the guard, let me see if you can. I don't know if you can see that. On top of the guard, it's actually inscribed Uncle Henry on top of the guard there,
All right.
right? here.
Oh,
Seen that
okay.
before.
Oh, wow.
Are
Hey,
them,
everyone, I've got to run to stay today. It's been great being on with everybody. Thank you so much, RJ, for having on. JW, nice to see you via
Thanks.
satellite here, and Stephen.
yes, Tom.
Thanks, mate. Sure, it's been a pleasure to know you. And the last Ranger, I don't think we've actually ever met anything that I need to get
Oh,
to
I've
know
talked
you a little
with
better
you
there.
on
So.
your lives or RJ's lives before.
By the
But I
way,
don't
Mark
think I
Kaufman, I
appeared
want to
on
thank you for
Okay,
that
okay.
information. That's
My
really,
name's Gary.
really interesting.
Okay, Gary. So take care, everybody. Thanks again.
Take
Have a
care,
good one, Tom.
Meet you.
I found this South Africa knife I have. It's called a Okapi. It's made
Okapi.
in South Africa. Okapi. This was a gift from Stuff We Do. So he's
Lovely.
his
I've
channel's
never
about
seen a
South
copy
Africa.
like that. That's beautiful.
And it has a half stop. And what do you call that? A bale?
Yeah, Bill.
I'm not sure what the metal is, but it's kind of rough, but I kind of like it.
I can tell you a little bit about the Okapi because my cousin, well, sort of cousin, I mean, technically he's my cousin's husband, but that's beyond the point. He grew up in South Africa. He's an Afrikaner, and he's currently in Australia, but he got one of these knives back in the 1970s, and it was quite a bit better quality than the ones that I think he said the cutoff date was like 1986 or 87, somewhere around there. And when they moved production to South Africa, that's when quality started going down. He said, look for the ones made in Germany. That was what he told me. And that they were actually a German design, and they were based on a knife that had been introduced to what was at the time German Southwest Africa in the aughts, in the first decade of the 20th century.
We'll see you, Byron. Thanks for coming by. I know Zach's live stream is starting, so
A good one, Byron.
if you guys decide to go, you can go. We'll keep on going here if you guys want, and then
Absolutely.
And Colton has decided to join the group. Tom left, but Colton jumped in. So there you
Colton,
go.
nice to meet you.
Same here.
Colton, have you got a YouTube channel?
Anybody like these knives? The Open L?
Open up? Yes.
Oh, yeah, an
Very
Open
neat.
L. I've got an Open L number 8. It's
Yeah,
in the
I'll-
other
I'll-
room. So unfortunately, I'd have to do a little bit of footwork to get it, but there you go.
Well, it's okay. Go ahead, Colton. Introduce yourself. Do you have a YouTube channel and all that good stuff? And
I do have a channel. I just haven't recorded any videos to post yet. I recorded some videos yesterday, but there's kids running around in the video, so can't post those because I didn't have express permission from the parents to post it. Legality, yada, yada, yada. I'd rather not deal with that.
I'll write your name down, and when I see it come up, I'll have a look at it.
I wanted to do Colton sketchy shit, but YouTube wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
Go figure. Some kind of internet
You
bureaucracy,
use
somewhere.
swear words in your name.
which is unfortunate.
I mean, they may let you use swear words if you don't have a channel over 1,000, maybe. I don't know.
I find some of the people that
I only have one subscriber. Well, last time I checked.
You'll get another one today, don't you worry.
and you'll get another one from me too.
I mean, you just have to make some videos.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
get- you know,
Seriously, just make it short. I mean, if it's literally
make it
you
short.
flipping a
Not
knife
making
open,
it
short.
then
Maybe
congratulations,
15
you will
seconds,
get
30
views.
seconds short. And
Oh, what a disappointment. That's like I love you short time, big boy. No.
And by the way,
Oh,
one of the
wait,
reasons that I've got this,
This, or any of the other knives I got laying next to me.
I was just going to say, one of the reasons that I've actually got both of the knives that I have out are simply because I am going to film review vids of both of them once this is over. Those being, and again, the other one, because I've shown the Kubikoas, so let's just put that back for now. And the other one is this guy. This is the Spyderco Caribbean Salt with the sheepsfoot blade, LC200N. I am a pretty big fan of this design.
I don't know if you saw the comment, Colton, but if you post a comment, then Michael Morgan can put a link to your channel.
On the grounds that you do a video in the next week.
I'd have to whip out a laptop and get it set up to post a comment. All I can do is view.
Oh, you can't do it from your phone? Okay.
I'm doing it from my phone, so yeah, there you go.
I had to exit YouTube to do this, which kind of sucks. Phones.
Yeah, I wish I could do this on my laptop, but it just doesn't hold a charge.
If you go to YouTube and go to this video, you should be able to post a comment, and then you can come back over to StreamYard.
I have to say, I use what do you call that other Zoom? I'm using Zoom for my podcasts, but this StreamYard is much better.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing.
Is it expensive?
It's free. They do have a pay version if you want to have more features.
Something is up with Colton's picture.
Up to 6 people for free. I think it's 9 people if you pay.
Yeah,
right.
We would normally only have 3 or 4 at the most.
Exactly.
And we pre-record ours as well.
Yeah, I've been experimenting.
Your picture's nice and normal.
I'll shoot a down view of my desktop and have a live view of my face on my lives, so I can show the knife in detail.
Well, you can always turn one of them off, Gary.
What?
You can always turn the face one off.
Yeah, I could. Sometimes people want to see your face, I guess.
Since we're talking about most recent stuff, well, here's my most recent. Yes, a Medford Marauder. There you go. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I had one of them, I have to say.
I'd have to say the most recent knife I bought was this.
That's pretty nice.
I've just gone into the rabbit hole with the Swiss Army knives. I've bought about 40 in the last couple of months. I sold knives to buy batches of them.
Well, you gotta it takes money to make money.
That's it.
I got this one from the Apex Pass Round. It's the Rosecraft Little Chunk.
Yeah.
Did you get that yet?
I did. I reviewed that one.
Okay. It has a weak detent, so you have to really press button it or just use the thumb.
There's a surprise on the other side of this Swiss Army knife.
It reminds me of a
Victorinox Ukraine exclusive edition.
Man.
You can barely get these just about anywhere, and I arranged it with a friend who actually he does have an eBay store, but so you can get some stuff with him. I arranged for a couple of Swiss Army knives coming my way from Ukraine. So these are Ukraine exclusives, and I don't think they'll be making these too terribly much longer.
What's the band on it? It's like
what?
a fork or something.
This is what's known as the Trizub, which is the Ukrainian national coat of arms.
Oh, okay. It's pretty cool looking. Icons or iconography.
Oh, there's actually I have one other unique one, and please, YouTube, do not give me a strike for this. This
Well, RJ will receive.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
strike.
I'll be getting the strike. So thanks,
RJ,
thanks,
I
JW.
don't think you'll get a strike because first off, my father is faithful and practicing in Jewish. Second off, I'm half Jewish, and third, well, this is a Victorinox Huntsman, and by the way, Victorinox manufactures these things, as in nobody just randomly put this on here. That is the symbol of the Organization of Ukrainian Nationalists Melnik faction, which is the one that collaborated with the Germans during World War II. So there you
I got
go.
more worried there. I thought you were going to bring the knife out that does the wee snip bit. Oh.
So
Now this
what-
is I just thought it was
He sent me that one.
unusual iconography from Victorinox.
What
He
is
sent
that
me that one,
Nazi
Patty, this,
Italian
this,
operating?
Hey, it's the
Ukraine.
Nipex.
the traveling knife. Yeah, the Nipex electrician's knife. But if you open it up, it does have the little cigar cutter. You can just
Lovely.
get the
You
tip
can also
right
sharpen
there.
a pencil on that. Matter of
There
fact,
you go. Someone in the comments earlier asked what model this was. I think it's the Camper. I'm not really sure. Been a little while since I bought it.
Well, look, RJ, my friend, and everybody else, I'm going to take my leave if you don't mind and go and sort my young lady out. And I mean that she's not well.
Okay,
Um,
Patty.
Thank
Well,
you so much for inviting me
got my
on.
own one.
Oh, it was wonderful to have you, and you have a standing invitation to come back anytime you like.
I will definitely take you up on that. It was lovely. Gary, JW, and Coltons.
Yes, Colton.
I'll see you all again, hopefully somewhere along the track. Thank you very much for having me.
Take care,
Steven,
Barry. Or
pleasure
Steven.
talking to you, and a
Thank you.
pleasure always looking at your open tags. I love those. Please keep making
Open?
them.
Oh, open tags, yeah.
I love responding to those.
Yeah, I dig open tags too.
I keep doing them.
They're
right.
the best.
How the heck did I get out of here? Oh, leave studio. Sure,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah, the
Right.
little thing that says leave, I think. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Nice Victorinox saw blade right there.
Somebody in the comments had asked if it had one, so I was answering the question.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I
But yeah,
also
this is one of our new pass rounds. This is the Knipex 16-20-50. It is a European electrician's knife. And the cool thing about this is that, first off, I think a real knife company made it. If you look very, very closely at the handle right here, and you see that Made in Zollingen, you may recognize that if you have an Ottermesser knife. I am fairly sure that Ottermesser actually made these. It's got the exact same font, the exact same capitalization, so I figure, okay, well, I'm not going to believe in a coincidence that is that strong. Also, the blade steel on these, it is 4034, which is Cold Steel's entry-level stuff. So, it's not like you've got a complete mystery steel in this. So, there you go.
Okay.
Is Nipix that same guy or same company that makes those little tiny pliers?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I thought
And-
about getting them for a EDC carry because they're so
Nice
tiny
right
and
there, Colton.
they look so useful.
Yeah. What you got there, Colton?
Old timer fixed blade. All I know is it has a spine out to here and then starts going down at an angle. I think this might be one of the. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Just some kind of old timer fixed blade.
Nice.
Looks like a nice knife.
Got the sheath too.
I put all my fixed blades away, but I have some tiny ones,
Mm.
like pocket carry ones.
Yeah.
This is a Jesse Giroux's custom piece. It's called the
Hmm.
Merlin.
Nice.
And then I have a GEC one. It's like a Warney. I don't think it has a name. It's a H218.
Mm.
It has some nice micarta though.
I've got
I like
something
pocket
that's,
carrying and fixed blades. I have a sheath for them, but I don't have it around.
Oh, okay.
World War II New Old Stock TL-29.
Nice.
That is my prize electrician's knife. That is my favorite electrician's knife of any that I have. And as we can see here, again, that was made in 1945. I don't think this was actually issued. I think this was probably just like they accepted it, and then, you know, the war probably ended, and that was probably just it. We also have something cool on the screwdriver blade. I don't know if you can make that out. Can you?
No, it's just reflecting.
Okay. So what that says is to release, push center lock to left.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Gary, Jeroen wanted to know what sheath comes with that GEC Warncliffe. Did it come with a sheath?
No, it fortunately did not. It just came like this. But I have a sheath that matches. I use for this, and the Warncliffe fits it too because it's basically the same size.
Yeah.
I'll go get the sheath. Let me.
Well, while we're waiting on him, I figure we might as well take a look at this. Some kind of frost cutlery knife that was made in China. And I'm not too sure of the model, but
Matco Tools. Okay. That is just this is my other TL-29. This one is a Vietnam era. This one, you can see the difference. It's got these plastic or celluloid handle scales, maybe Bakelite.
yeah.
Let's see. Also, as you can see, strong snap, and this one is Camillus. The other one was Utica. So
This is the sheath that came with the Jesse Giroux's Merlin. So I don't know what company made this, but some people will recognize the logo maybe.
North Star, maybe?
you know what that looks like to me? I know this is probably going to be wrong, but that looks like the Berber cross that you find on the blade of a Duke Baraka. I'm dead serious. That's the first thing that came to mind. I know.
It's so small I can't read it, but anyway, so the Merlin fits in there, and then when I'm carrying this GEC one, it fits in here too. So
Oh, that's nice.
basically they're basically the same thing. So I was going to buy a sheath for the Merlin, but when I got I think I got this one first, the Jesse Giroux's, I'm like, oh, the sheath fits that too, so I can carry both knives, at the different times. This is a really nice leather sheath, though.
Looks like it.
It doesn't. He didn't say who made it, but I've showed the logo to some people on my video, and one person recognized it as a leather maker that makes knives for all kinds of companies. Or I don't know if he makes it for people, but he makes them for companies.
I wonder if he. I'm guessing then it's just probably a coincidence that it just happens to look like the Berber cross on the Duke Baraka.
Yeah, I somebody said the name, but it wasn't that. I don't remember the name.
let's see if anybody in the chat knows.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at a video, comments, because one person, I think, ID'd it, and I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure I saw on the website that same leather sheath design, and that
Kirby
logo.
Creek
I don't
outfit.
remember.
Thank you, Drone. It looks like Bakelite. I agree with that. Zen Ali says, "RJ, am I the only hick that likes a muskrat?"
Nope, I'm right there with him. I just posted that. And Jeroen likes him too.
I don't even know what a muskrat looks like.
Hello, I've got one right in the front of the
Okay.
camera. I've got one right in front of the camera. It's here.
What
This
does that
is-
what does that mean, muskrat? You know, like what? How did they come up with that name? It's
It
like
was
They
named after,
took it from an animal.
yeah, it was
I mean,
named after
it's
the animal.
the blade shapes or the handle pattern or
No, it just the muskrat is just named after the animal. It's basically a knife designed for skinning out small game, and it has 2 clip points on it that are
Oh,
exactly
okay.
the same, one on each end.
I thought maybe it had a different looking clip point.
No, they're both the same. They're actually Tobias had a whole video on it that those were actually the knives that the original trappers had, not the.
Just in case a clip point broke, you had another one or something.
Hey, what's going on? Knives Fast is here. Hi, Casey. Well,
Hello?
yeah, we are having fun.
Oh, man. Yeah. Have any of you ever been on the showboat Branson Bell?
Nope.
No, I've never been to Branson.
Oh. Well, that's where I got this.
Nice.
Look at this. And I'm not even touching the lock.
So you got a lockback slip joint.
All I know is it's
Oh,
kind of
slip-
cheap.
or lockback slip, slip joint,
Mhm.
where it
Yeah.
started the lock started not working.
Right.
It never worked. It was always like that.
What else can I find in my bag of tricks?
Yeah, so I have a muskrat review that's coming up either this week or next week, Zen, and I'll be going over that.
Do you, any of you have this?
No.
Oh, I have got that. Matter of
The
fact,
O knife or what do you
that's
call
one
it?
of my
Night claw.
That's one of my two new channel knives. This one, the O knife Night Claw.
Yep. I
This
turned it
is.
into a keychain, but I haven't clipped these cords yet. But
I'm actually using this as a size comparison knife, just as kind of a whimsical thing. There are 2 whimsical knives that I use as size comparison knives, and that's one of them. The other one is, let me just put this back here. The other one is this. So what we have here is we have something that is called the Kershaw platform. Now, you may be wondering, well, what's so whimsical about that? Well, it's got this nice topographical pattern on a FRN. Well, if you turn it around, what happens is, and let's just close that first, double descent knife. It's actually very similar in operating mechanism to the Kershaw Federalist. If you take this thing right here and you pull it up, well, all of a sudden you've got this and this. So this right here,
nail clipper.
this is a nail file, and you can also use this, like, let's say you wanted to get gunk out from under your nails or something. You can also use it as a cuticle pusher if you're very careful. But this,
Yeah,
I don't know what they were
I
thinking.
recognize it immediately, or its use.
I mean,
Class,
what were they thinking when they were doing this? Like,
big lump.
like who's going to say, okay, I've really had enough of breaking down cardboard. Here, let me take a break and cut my toenails.
I have a Kershaw. I don't remember where it's at, but I have a Kershaw that has like a pair of tweezers on the end. You slide it out from a handle, but it looks like something what you would hold a roach clip. You know, like
That's the Kershaw Decoy, and there is
Yeah, I have-
the
yeah, I have it.
funniest
It has a
Amazon
name,
review
too.
on that knife. You've got to go to Amazon as soon as you can. Go to Kershaw Decoy. It's going to be out of stock, but it has the funniest review on it. It's almost like Cheech and Chong screenplay guys,
Right.
like they wrote it.
Yep.
If you guys are interested in a good muskrat knife, Roper Knives has a great one. And then I have a discount code for ABKT where you can get 20% off everything they make on the website. So that's, traditional knives, they're locking knives, they're modern knives, they're multi-tool, all that stuff. Mimo has thrown up a link to it, but definitely check them out if you want
Oh,
a good muskrat and some other good stuff. But yeah, use code RJS at checkout, and you should be able to get you some really nice stuff. What you got, Colton? Everybody's saying you got a nice knife there. Let's see what you got.
He held up a big one.
Oh, there you go.
It's like a lockback.
Dude, this thing goes from the tip of my elbow to the tip of this finger. One open.
That's a knife.
That's probably Andre the Giant type knife.
That's a gas station knife for sure. And yes, Jerome pointed out the Ropers come in carbon steel. They're
Ooh, good.
yeah, they use a 1065.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good stuff. Better than some of the other steels you're going to get out there.
I prefer carbon steel, so thank you very much, Sharon.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a GEC that's 1095, but it hasn't patina yet because I guess I keep it too clean and dry.
I haven't seen it, Andrew. The Rough Rider Reserve Swish. Did any of you guys see that one?
Swish. Oh gosh, no.
Don't think so.
Is that one of the new ones? Because I saw the
Yeah.
the Panthera, and that was a very unusual knife to me. Like I like it. It was very attractive, but
I think JB said it in the chat. He loved the Panthera,
Yeah.
but I've not seen it.
I saw
well,
it,
in that case, I have a question for JB, which would be, why do they have that extreme downward sweep? Almost
Well,
like
he's
He's
not.
probably over on Zach stuff.
Yeah. JB is
He's probably
moderating
not here.
Jack stuff, so he's not
Yeah.
here. But I can
Okay.
answer the question. It's because it's a modern take on the Spanish Navaja.
oh, okay, well
Yeah.
that explains it. Thank you.
Right. So it's stylized. That's what the Rough Rider Reserve is kind of a reimagining of a lot of traditional patterns. That's why you're seeing blades that never were on some of these things, like a lot of Warncliffes and the, common stockman. With
Well, the thing about the common stock,
tools and stuff.
that actually
Yeah.
does have a basis in reality, because there was a small stockman. I don't remember who made it, but it was made in Japan, and it did have a bottle opener, a cap lifter on it. So I don't know who made it. All I know is I saw one on eBay, and the price was something like $500. So I don't know if maybe that wasn't a custom maker, or the thing is, though, it was not recent. It was older. You could tell that there was starting to patina on the blade. The blades were clearly carbon steel. So that I know the common stock has some basis in reality, or some historical basis, I should say.
Yeah.
I just no clue on what that knife was. And if somebody could figure that out, that would be terrific.
Yeah, Unfortunately, I don't have traditional knowledge.
You have non-traditional knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, I have traditional knives, but I barely know them, the history of them.
Mimo, it might be under their stuff that's coming soon for that Swish, and they may or may not have a picture of it. I don't know. It may have just been on their channel. What is that?
There are a couple of there are a couple of Rough Rider reserves where they just have the stock coming soon image.
Right.
Because I was just on their website. I was just on Smoky Mountain Knife Works' website, and yeah, like it seems like they have a lot that's going to come out. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah. So Colton's got the
You have this cute little Kershaw slip joint or double detent slip joint.
The RKT Fossil.
This
I like
came
that
out,
one.
This came out in 2022, but it's a modern looking slip
Right.
joint or double detent system. It's very small though.
All right. The Kirby Creek outfit's going to go.
Can't remember the
Thank
name
you.
though.
Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Who?
The Kirby Creek outfit. They have a YouTube channel. They have
Oh, okay.
some really cool
I
stuff.
thought
Oh,
you
have a
were
good day,
in the
Kirby.
show. Kirby Creek outfit. Yeah, I've never been to their channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you would like it. I'm pretty sure. I have them in my channel list in the descriptions that I usually have on my channel.
I know this is going to sound awful, but chances are I've been there, but I probably just don't remember it because I remember videos really vividly, but channel names I'm not great with. I'm very sorry to admit that.
Sometimes.
So I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Where did RJ go?
Good question.
Oh dear. Well, that is highly unusual.
I was away on the another screen, and I came back, and RJ's gone.
Yeah, I was following the chat. And by the way, I just noticed Zen Ali said check out Shepherd Hills Wastelander. Go quick traditional pattern reference guide. Okay. RJ has left the building. You're on your own. Nice. Okay. Well,
There he is.
I'm back.
Your
Something,
window?
something happened. It just all of a sudden my laptop it said, "Oops, something's gone wrong."
Yeah,
Hello,
I
stuff
did
we
a
do.
live, and I had guests, and I dropped a knife on my laptop by accident, and my screen disappeared. But luckily I came. Oh, I think RJ, you were there, right?
Yeah. I was.
And hopefully it's you have guests, so you can come back to your own live.
Right. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, sorry guys. I hope you didn't miss me while I was gone too bad.
Oh no, I was looking at some other screen.
Oh, what is that, Colton?
I came back and you were gone.
All I know is this is some kind of old timer folding knife. Don't know the model worth a darn. Then again, sometimes you're looking at knives that are good and you don't pay attention to the model name, but then again, I don't even know if they had a label on the box for that. Or, well, the little package, because it was Bass Pro. Ozark Trail with G10, and look how much of the blade is covered by this. That's it. Just the edge.
Yeah, I have a
Wow.
little knife that has that too. I don't think I have it around me. Yeah.
Let's see.
I have so many knives and so many cases and so many drawers.
Now that's a more
I've lost
that
a couple
that
of
you
knives.
can't go wrong with. That is the single knife that I would say you absolutely cannot go wrong with.
Is that a
You've got
Mora?
the 12C27 blade. You've got a price tag of what, $18.95. It's a fixed blade. It is just a great all-around knife. Not the greatest bushcrafting knife because it doesn't have a full tang, but still, you can still do camping tasks with it. I mean, it's not like you're going to baton it through a redwood or something.
Good point. But if you need to skin an animal, use this
Okay.
because of the gut hook. Just grab, pull.
Mhm.
Thanks, Mimo. I see that, Andrew. They said the price was $75 for the Swish because it's being the largest made yet of the different reserve models. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'll have to go back and look at SMKW. I know you got my back, Mimo. That's great.
Bought this at a yard sale here a while back for $5, and that's too loose. That should not move, and this is held together with hot glue. So what does that tell you?
Ouch.
It speaks of abuse.
Don't fight zombies with that.
Yeah. Well, you
Incidentally,
might be okay against the first one.
I actually do know a gentleman on not our street, but the street over from ours, who has a World War II era Japanese Shingunto, the military katana that they had. That was an actual bring back. That was pretty impressive. I believe he also had he had a Type 94 Nambu for it, in very, very nice shape. And he gave that to his brother, and his brother has that somewhere in southern Michigan or northern Indiana. But he got the sword. I was like, oh yeah, I finally get to play around with the Type 94 Nambu. No. Because I've actually got the earlier one, the one that does not have the exposed sear bar on it, and that's actually it fires a very weak cartridge, but it's fun, on the range and all.
Sorry.
It's okay. Is that one of Orbit and
trying to,
Paxton's toys?
Trying to clean up my drawer.
Oh,
Okay.
Why?
Well, at least you didn't have to clean your shoes.
Do you have this little Civivi?
I do.
Nope.
That's the Kiwi. As a matter of fact, on my channel reviews,
I like him so much. I have two.
the Kiwi cleaved a packing peanut in half, cleaner than literally any other knife that I have had on my channel to review. There you go.
Wow.
Do you have
All right,
the,
Blazeburger.
did you buy the
You have
Kiwi
a good
Plus,
one.
the bigger brother of it?
Well, I've got the bigger brother right over there, as a matter of fact.
Because the bigger brother it's becoming my favorite because it has a locking mechanism.
Yep. When you look up, believe me, you're gonna recognize something. There you go. That's the Kiwi Plus. That is a great little knife.
Unfortunately, I think that I put that away. I don't have that.
And of course, it's got that Ostap Hell weird
Right.
top flipper type thing. So, just like that, you don't have to front flip it.
I think it's easier to front flip that one than the Kiwi because it's on bearings. I don't know. I don't remember if I think this is on bearings, but it's not.
Thank you, Ron.
I stink at front flipping knives. I just do.
Yeah,
I mean-
sometimes I can get to perfectly front flip out, but sometimes it doesn't work. But the bigger brother, the Plus, works flawlessly.
Yep, it does. Like I'm trying to fail this thing and I can't.
Wow.
Okay, so
If you
There's-
try to fail it, it doesn't fail.
Like this,
It's too good.
there are a couple of knives that I try and fail that I can't.
Yep. I
Um,
still like this Buffalo Warrior from Roper. This is
Oh, nice.
such an awesome knife. Really good action. I mean, this is just drop shut. Just
Also, since we're doing random stuff here,
really cool.
this is the Concept Corvid by Coke Tools. This
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
little thing.
This is like a little frog multi-tool that looks like a skull around Halloween.
Well, actually, it's kind of interesting that you should mention Halloween while I had a Corvid out. They're actually running a promotion where they're doing a bunch of Halloween-themed Corvids.
Yeah, you can. It's on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, oops.
This is one of my favorite Spidey flickers, the PLR3.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. That's the CRKT Jesper Voxney's Pilar. I love that Pilar 3. I love that knife.
Yeah, you say can't fail it. You can't fail this PLR3. If you Spidey flick it, you can't fail it.
Oh yeah. I
don't.
mean, that's
I probably could fail at thumb flicking it because I'm not very good at thumb flicking this knife, but I failed it. Spidey flick it. So
this is, by the way, is one of the very few knives that I can front flick, and the irony is it wasn't designed for front flicking. I have no idea why. But I guess you could. You see, you can use this little tab right here to front flip it, and you can, for some reason, it will front flip like that very, very, very easily. So I didn't use the flipper tab. There you go. I'm not sure if they designed that or if that was just unintentional, but there you go. And okay, this actually goes in here. Let's see. Do I have any weird stuff here? Oh well, this is weird. Why not? Petrified Fish Eddie with a Damascus blade.
oh, okay.
This, I think
That's
it's
a
VG10
weird
based
looking
Damascus, or yeah, the handle is it's completely skeletonized. And
Yeah, I thought that was cool when that came out. It came in like a bunch of different handles, right?
yeah, as a matter of fact, the one that, and I don't know why this is, but the one that seemed to be most common here in the US was the orange G10. I don't really know why, but there you go. And you can order these, of course, straight from the manufacturer, who's located in China. They are very good slicers. I think this is VG10 Damascus. If not, it is 9CR. It's definitely better than what you would expect from, let's say, no-name Damascus. So performs similarly to my Civivi Damascus, which is 9CR based. So there you go.
You got to get the lander though. Have you anybody got the lander?
Yeah, I've got the
I
mouse
have not.
lander.
I do have one on my list. I'm having trouble deciding. Because I really like the black blade, but I really like the blue scales. So
Well, I mean, you get to
Yes, you
get
do.
the black blade, and you could
Right.
some blue scales made for it because
yeah,
it's easy to swap out the scales. You don't even have to take the knife apart.
yeah, that's what I heard. Oh, hold on. Let me mute myself.
Snapslander.
Phone.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite budget knives this year because it's very good flipper.
Oh yeah, this thing is butter smooth. That's one thing that I noticed is right out of the box. Like I didn't even have to. I
don't
was
think it
surprised.
needed break in either.
Yeah, it was like it was like pre-broken in. That was crazy. And of course, now we also hear that Ben Peterson is he's working on another design called the Wee Big Banter.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in that simply because he acknowledged that the original Banter had some issues with the lock bar access. So I'm really interested in how he handles that.
I don't have any access problems. It extends there.
No, not the Lander.
Nice,
The Banter.
Oh, I
The
mean, this
original
is the
Banter.
band. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the Wee Knives Banter. So.
Yeah, I have that. I have the Banter. I love the Banter and the Baby Banter. Those are
Right.
two of my favorite knives.
Got them both. Love them
I have the
both.
Wee Banter too. So
And by the way, the complaint about lock bar access, that isn't mine, but apparently there were people that complained about lock bar access on the Wee Knives Banter to a point where Ben actually said that he was going to address that.
okay.
So I'm curious to see how he addresses it and whether we're going to get something like what we saw on the Civivi Baby Banter, or maybe he'll just kind of make what he did on this, where you have this much more proud lock bar area. So,
Yeah.
just curious as to see how he handles it.
I mean, it works fine for me. I don't
I've
know.
never had any problems with it myself either. That's with either model.
It's down, I mean, you can't see it. It stands proud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's something where I imagine that with the Banter, there have gotten to be so many big reviewers where they're almost looking for things that are problems that, who knows, maybe it's one of those types of things.
Yeah, I always think Nick Shabazz wants to find something wrong with all knives.
Yeah, I mean, see the, like, I seem to remember that the, like I can't talk. Okay, I do know what I want to say though, and that is that I think he kind of reached the point of this is really, really frivolous when he was complaining about the Spyderco Ladybug and Spyderco Manbug names. Like, come on, please. Like, Spyderco so obviously did the description of the man bug in jest, and he started talking about toxic masculinity in the hobby, and it's like, no.
Those are the kind of people you want to smack across the face.
Well, it's funny because I actually do have a ladybug and a man bug, but they're not the traditional ladybug and they're not the traditional man bug. They're the salts.
Oh,
I have, because if you put a knife on a keychain, I figure it's got to be, it's got to be able to go through just about any environment, because my keychain goes through just about any environment. So here's your ladybug salt, and this is hollow ground with the H1 steel blade. And I've also got, as soon as I get this back in here, thank gosh that did not fall, This is the Man Bug. It is actually one of the very few serrated knives that I own. But, you know, if you're going to own a serrated knife, it might as well just be a tiny little keychain knife. Like if you've got to cut a piece of rope or something, yeah, you might as well.
I'm of the belief that if you have serrations in your blade, I just want to make it a full serration blade.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like
this is
I
a fully
don't dig
serrated blade.
the half serrations.
I am right there with you. And the only other serrated blades I have, interestingly enough, are also Spyderco salts. I have a Spyderco Pacific salt, which is fully serrated, and I have the Spyderco Autonomy, the original Autonomy that they did in H1, which is an auto that is fully serrated. They did that as a Coast Guard rescue knife.
That's cool.
That was a really nice find. And let's just say that I am in a very, very auto-friendly area of a very, very auto-legal state. So there we are.
Yeah, I should have drug out my autos.
Yeah, I've got, especially, I've got a few autos. Just, you know, so it's something that you really enjoy. You have it because you can. I mean, well, let's face it. That's why we have our autos, is because we can. And
Exactly.
RJ, I know you're in. I know you're in a state that is not auto legal, with
Oh,
the
no,
exception
It's
of
legal. Yeah,
the 2-inch blade. So I'm
that's
sure
right.
you can get a Kershaw launch for, and I'm sure it will serve you well.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, it has to be 2 inches or below, right?
Yeah, that's right. You know, which makes no sense whatsoever. You know,
I know, and he's
Not right.
the ProTech half breed is like, what? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, if you want the
I mean,
weirdest
do they
looking Cali legal
specify
auto,
the reason for 2 inches?
I have no idea, except that knife laws just seem to be completely arbitrary.
I mean,
I
if
think there
you
might
get
be.
stabbed by one, you cause less injuries if it's 2 inches over.
Well,
3
here's
inches.
the thing is that I can't carry an auto that has a 2-inch blade, but I can carry a buck 119 as long as it's not concealed, and that's fine. So
You can carry a
don't-
buck 120 too, as long as it's
Yeah.
not concealed too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shoot, you can carry an SC Hundglass probably that's not, as long as it's not concealed.
Exactly. Yeah. You can carry, really, there's no size restriction on fixed blade as long as it's not concealed.
Yeah, it's like New York City. I mean, they used to have this thing called the shake test, where if you failed the detent, you were carrying a gravity knife. Meanwhile, the actual really the bad guys, what they would walk around with, they just walk around with kitchen cutlery.
Yeah.
And because first off, it was much more robust than any folding knife, and second off, I mean, you know, you go into your average, you know, set of kitchen cutlery, you can find some really nasty stuff there if you are looking to harm another human being.
John,
Yeah,
there's
which-
3 people in a bar with a pencil.
Yeah.
This for me is kitchen and cutlery. I use this.
That's
to eat
that's
with.
what I use in my kitchen more than anything else, is that little Opinel number 8. I love that knife. That's
Yeah,
it's,
I have like
such a good slicer.
I think I have 3 Opinels. So
If you have,
this is the only one I have around me right now.
if you ever want a great knife for a baguette, to slice up a baguette, get a Spyderco Pacific Salt 2 or Atlantic Salt 2. One of the two, doesn't matter. Blades are almost the same. Make sure it's serrated, and of course you can just wash it off under the sink. Great bread knife.
Yep. And looking at the comments, Zen, you're right. What are you going to do? And Jeroen, you're correct also. So
I think
Yeah.
I'd rather carry a 45 ACP pistol than a fixed blade knife. That's incredibly freaking difficult to deal with in the middle of the street.
yeah. Well, we're going to veer away from the self-defense conversation because everyone has different jurisdictions and different places that they live and different ideas about it, and that can turn into a sticky rabbit hole. So let's just kind of stick with knives and fun stuff like that. But we are coming up on 2 hours also. I don't know about you guys. Did you want to go much longer or?
Oh, certainly.
I probably have to go because I have some people to get back to. So I promised Lancelot I would send him some logos.
I can bring out some weird stuff. Just some kind of unusual stuff that you don't see every day. And I could just keep going if you want me to.
Well, actually, I was thinking about going myself because I am going to
gotcha.
start cooking here pretty soon. I was going to put some stuff on the smoker. So
Okay.
Okay.
Because what I was doing is I was actually as far as weird stuff, before I settled on the Knipex 16-20-50 as my traveling knife or my submission for the traveling knives, I figured, all right, well, I might as well just start looking through the budget range of really, really weird electrician knives. And you'd be surprised what I found as far as European stuff, maybe some more modern stuff. There was a lot of just generic, odd stuff that I was finding, and which actually does have some pretty interesting uses.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just set that aside for right now, and we'll have to have an electrician's knife special.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is what we'll do. We'll get out all that stuff, and because I have a pretty big collection of them, also with a couple different variations. So we'll take a look at all those.
A lot of great stuff branded by Klein and Stanley are the two brands that you can get stuff from today that I've noticed. Also, the European stuff. If you, in the comments, for instance, if you're looking for something, not just Knipex, but Stahlwitte, that they make a great, very similar style knife to the Knipex. Another company would be Gedore, I believe it is, Gedore. NWS is another one, and Heyco, Heyco, Heyco.
Yeah. All right, Jeroen, we'll see you later. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you to everybody that was able to come on. Thank you for all the guys that were in the chat. I hope everybody had a good time. Absolutely zen. We'll stay dangerous. Yes.
If we do, you need to come on here.
We will.
We do. We need you to come on with us next time, Rihanna.
Because you don't have to show your face. You can just show your desktop.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Mimo, for being our master moderator today. You did a fantastic job, as usual. And, hey, I'll see all you guys. What do you think? Next Sunday about this same time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Good.
Well, I will see you guys then next week. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay. Thank you.
Salutations.
Peace, my dudes.